Muay Thai debut. Put your hands together for Juan Arboleda. And his opponent across the cage to my left, fighting out of the red corner. This Muay Thai fighter is also 20 years old. He weighed in at 124 pounds. He stands at 5 foot 4 inches. He fights out of Garage Gorilla's Gym. He hails from Guatemala with an amateur Muay Thai record of 1 win, 1 defeat, and 1 draw. Put your hands together for Wilson Lopez. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds. Brought to you by Anywhere Transport. Let's go.
And it is time for action. Juan Arboleda in the blue, facing off against Wilson Lopez in the red. Juan Arboleda in the blue is making his debut here tonight. Wilson Lopez has 2 fights of experience. And again, these boys get right to the action. Beautiful elbows there by Wilson Lopez. Whoa!
Big elbow.
Man, and the way Juan just ate that and came banging back was incredibly impressive. First time that we have had elbows in one of these Muay Thai matches tonight, and you can see these guys have elbow pads on them. We're seeing a lot of pressure by Juan Arboleda here, coming out at immediately in the beginning of the match, and Wilson Lopez had an answer for them with his elbows. Man, and this one that has been a scrap. Whoa, beautiful uppercut, left hook combination by on Arboleda.
Oh, and
Wilson Lopez stays on him. I'm a big fan of watching Muay Thai inside of a cage as opposed to a ring, because I feel like it kind of keeps the fight inside of the ring a little bit. Whoa! Leg kick there lands, a little bit of a slip.
I think all combat sports should be in a cage.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the cage. Another thing I'm a big fan of is the pit, Karate Combat's pit.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Especially for jiu-jitsu. Whoa! Beautiful spinning hook kick by Wilson Lopez. Doesn't land flush, but man, if that had. Man, and this has been, like I said earlier, a scrap. I'm not necessarily a fan of super technical, pretty fighting. Sometimes I like to see some caveman swinging for the fences, and it's like we got Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa in there, both trying to beat that home run record. Man, that was a fun round. These have been getting scrappier and scrappier since the first fight. We are only 1 round into fight number 3. The people later on in the card are going to have some big shoes to fill if they want to keep the excitement this high.
Juan's got Billy Q in his corner, so you know he's getting really good advice from UFC veteran.
Yeah, an ability for a fighter to get advice from someone who's not in the middle of the storm, has a ton of experience, I think is one of the biggest things that changes a great fighter or a good fighter to a great fighter.
As long as they listen to it.
Absolutely right. Do they listen to it? I'd like to see Wilson Lopez wearing the red come out and get back to his elbows. We're seeing a lot of forward pressure by Juan Arboleda, and I believe that those elbows are a fantastic answer to those, particularly because you don't see as much training with guys preparing for them. So their defense for them is just not the same as the rest of the story.
Whoa! He's got him.
Whoa! Yeah, this might be a finish. I don't know if he was down for that knee. It's hard to say. I didn't have to.
And his opponent from the red corner.
Here we got a replay.
Oh, we did.
Wilson Lopez definitely hurt. The referee has not waved the fight off, so must have been some type of foul. I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully we're able to see a replay. It was right here in front of us, but kind of in the way of this ring post, so I didn't see exactly what happened. But this has lived up to exactly what has happened thus far in this first round. Coming out in round 2, and they got right back to the action.
Absolutely. I hope
Banging it out here. World Class Fight League 43. I'm Blake Bulletproof Troop, known for dropping warheads on people's foreheads, alongside legendary black belt Rob Kahn. So, Rob, while we got a little break, tell the people about your jiu-jitsu background.
Oh, man. I started 1995 at the Gracie Academy. I moved out to L.A. I had somebody had showed me some jiu-jitsu in my college, and he gave me the opportunity to go with him and spend the summer training with Royce Gracie. So I jumped at it. I originally was just going out there for a summer. I figured I'd learn enough to defend myself. I fell in love and then moved out to L.A., and that 30 years have gone by of doing nothing but jiu-jitsu.
Now, what an awesome place Southern California is, particularly Torrance. I'm from Redondo Beach, so that's like my neighborhood.
Redondo's beautiful. Hermosa, Redondo area is very, very pretty.
A little expensive now. Everything in California is expensive now.
In 1996, it was expensive. Now I don't even want to guess.
So that's funny. I'm going to go out for the summer, and you ended up staying for a long time. It's like me for professional wrestling training. I'm going to Florida for 6 weeks.
Well, no, I only spent about a year in California, but I was hooked with jiu-jitsu. I moved back to New York, kept my relationship with Royce, so I kept flying back and forth and teaching in New York, and then also hooking up with Henzo and Rodrigo Gracie.
I was just going to ask if you trained with Henzo.
Yes, more with Rodrigo, because he was awesome, and I was getting a 2-hour private for $80 back then.
Man.
With Rodrigo Gracie, can't beat that.
They say the closer you are to the well, the more pure the water is, and it does not get any more pure than Gracie Jiu-Jitsu from the Gracies.
This is true. I even got to train quite a bit with Elio.
That's incredible. You know, somebody else you may have trained with back in the days, Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy, who's a black belt in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu from the Gracies, who talks about having trained a bunch with Elio as well.
I just was on the phone with him a week ago. We were on the phone for like 3 hours. He also did a video interview with me that we just put online with Amir Academy.
Where can the people watch that video?
I believe it go to Amir Academy.
Whoa, I don't mean to cut you off. These boys getting right back to the action, scrapping it out. There's that spinning back elbow that we saw Wilson land in round 1 that looked devastating. Sorry to cut you off. Where can the fans watch that interview?
Amir Academy over here in St. Pete. All his interviews are, I believe, connected to his website, amiracademy.com.
Man, these dudes are scrapping. Looking like a technical street fight in there that has a referee. I'd like to see Wilson continue to throw that spinning back elbow, particularly maybe a jab to the body and then coming over the top with that elbow, like right there. Jab low, spinning back elbow high, right down the pipe. Because we're seeing so much forward pressure out of Juan Arboleda, who's keeping his head dead center on that line.
Yeah, he is. This is a great fight.
This is. Wilson really doing a good job now of trying to establish that jab. And he's not just pawing it out there. You can see him stepping into it and putting some real weight behind it. There's a big difference between different types of jabs. You can kind of touch, probe, or you can stick a guy. And Wilson's really landing a solid jab. Another fantastic weapon to use when your opponent keeps his head right there on that center line.
Juan's showing a little fatigue right now.
Oh, that was a beautiful jab. Particularly catching
jab.
Juan stepping in. It's like a car crash.
That's
You
like
hit
that.
a car that's parked, there's damage. But you hit a car head-on collision where both objects are moving together, and it's so much more devastating. I had round 1 for Wilson Lopez. Round 2's close. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I agree. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, we saw Wilson go down from what appeared to be some type of foul.
Low blow.
Referee didn't stop it, so I'm sure it must have been a foul. We didn't see a replay on it. but I think it could be realistically 1-1 going into this third round. And for how scrappy the first 2 rounds were, and now the fight's on the line. Both guys have gotten started. Both guys have landed some shots, and both guys look like they probably hurt each other a little bit. Now we're going to see who's got the dog in them.
Yeah, exactly right.
And as technical as fighting can be, there's always that caveman component of who wants it more and is going to go in and get it.
Wilson looks the way fresher of the 2 right now, though. He's not even
I agree
breathing.
with you on that as well. We're seeing Juan staring his opponent in his eyes. Not that his opponent was looking away, but was not holding that same predatory eye contact. Whoa! Oh, beautiful knees to the body there.
Body right now.
Beautiful elbow there over the top. And a nice sweep for Wilson Lopez. And sweeps in Muay Thai don't necessarily do a ton of damage, but it shows skillful superiority. Yes, beautiful elbow there again by Wilson Lopez, who got muscled into the cage there by Juan Arboleda momentarily, but turned it around quickly and landed a great strike against the cage. I'd like to see him get back to that spinning back elbow.
Yeah, it landed really clean earlier.
The first one he threw landed incredibly well. But just like that, the 1-2, instead of the right, second one being a cross, jab, back elbow over the top. Looks like Wilson Lopez got caught with another shot to the groin. I'm assuming that's what it was here against the cage earlier by the way that he was responding to whatever had happened. Definitely looks like a groin shot this time.
Or a good reason to take a break and get your win back.
You can see Wilson Lopez's corner upset that there's not a warning or potential point deduction. We got a minute left in the third round, and a point deduction could drastically shift things in one fighter's favor.
Because like I said, warned yet, so I don't think they're going to take a point.
I agree with it being a stern warning right here.
Yeah, there should be a warning because he definitely got caught.
You know, first one was heat of the moment. Things are flying. Second time, a little less chaotic. But I don't think that crazy or egregious for it to be a point deduction, at least yet. Stern warning happens again, I can understand. I think that was the right call by the official. And we got 75 seconds left in the scrappiest bout thus far of the evening. And Juan Arboleda putting the pressure on. And I think this...
Oh, come on.
I think this last minute is going to be very decisive. Looks like Lopez.
I didn't see that one.
I didn't see it either. I can't say it
did. Fabian Contreras.
Lopez looks very adamant that he got caught in the groin. Again, I couldn't see it. The referee is the best position in the house.
He definitely wants to let us know he got hit in the groin, though.
Yeah, we still got the clock running. I think we should have about 30 more seconds on the clock if we paused it from when the alleged foul and again, I can't say it did or it didn't happen. I couldn't see it from my perspective. But again, that doesn't mean it did or didn't happen. The referee has the best seat in the house. I'm a little surprised to see the action pause and not a point deduction or like some type of warning.
Warning at least.
I also think with how close this fight has been competitively, a point basically, right?
Devastating.
Oh, that knee looked like it could have came high. 45 seconds left on the clock. Both guys hungry for it. Man, it came swinging over here up against our cage side panel. Knocked our camera down. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's still anybody's round, in my opinion. Both guys trying to be the aggressor in the closing moments. 20 seconds left. This should be an exciting 20 seconds. I'd like to see Lopez get back to that elbow from close range. Guys exchanging knees. 10 seconds left on the clock.
Nice.
And they swing it out till the closing bell. What a fun fight that was. And man, it is a toss-up, in my opinion, of who took the W home.
Nice.